Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Without Limits. I'm Julia, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. On this podcast, we focus on helping you improve your English step by step every single day. Whether you are at home, commuting to work, or simply relaxing, this is your time to grow your English skills and feel more confident. Now, in today's episode, we are going to talk about a very important topic: how to speak English confidently without a teacher. Many people believe they need a teacher at every stage of their learning journey. And yes, teachers are helpful, but the truth is you can make a lot of progress on your own. There are so many ways to practice speaking, build confidence, and train your brain to think in English, even when you're studying alone. In this episode, I'll share with you practical tips, real examples, and some personal stories. Together, these will show you exactly how you can become a more fluent speaker step by step. So let's begin with our very first idea. One of the most powerful techniques is simply speaking out loud as often as you can. When I first started learning Spanish, I didn't have a teacher, but I found ways to keep practicing. For example, while cooking, cleaning, or even walking in the park, I would talk to myself in Spanish. I would say things like, "Now I am cutting the vegetables. After that, I will cook the rice. Dinner will be ready soon." This kind of practice may sound simple, but it's very effective. Why? Because your brain gets used to forming sentences in English. You don't wait for the perfect grammar, you just speak. And that is the real key to fluency. So my advice to you is start speaking out loud to yourself in English. Do it when you are alone, when you're cooking, or even when you're getting ready in the morning. Over time, you will notice that your sentences become faster and more natural. Now, let's move to the second strategy: using your daily life as practice material. Think about your routine. When you wake up, you can say in English, "I am brushing my teeth. I am making coffee. I am getting ready for work." When you are outside, describe what you see. "The sky is blue today. 2 children are playing with a ball. I hear cars passing by." These simple sentences connect English to real life. And when English becomes part of your everyday life, it no longer feels like a school subject. It becomes a living language. Let me share a story. Imagine Sarah, who works in an office. She starts her day by checking emails. One email says, "Please prepare the report for tomorrow's meeting." She replies, "Yes, I will finish the report and send it by 5 p.m. Later, she talks to a colleague. "Do you need help with your task?" The colleague answers, "Yes, please. Can you check these numbers?" Now, these are simple exchanges, but very useful. By practicing dialogues like this, you train your brain to respond in English without translating. Now, let's imagine a simple family moment. Emma says, "Mark, can you set the table for dinner?" Mark replies, "Yes, I will put the plates and glasses. Do you want water too?" Emma says, "Yes, please, and bring the bread." Mark replies, "Okay, I will do it now." These short family conversations are very useful for everyday English. You can even practice by describing what you're doing at home. "I am cleaning the table. I am putting the plates. I am pouring water." Now, let's meet Tom. Tom enjoys jogging in the park every morning. He greets his friend and says, "Good morning. Ready for a run?" John replies, "Yes, let's start with a short warm-up." As they jog together, they chat. "How was your weekend? Did you visit your parents?" Practicing small conversations like this helps you use English naturally in social situations. Now, let's talk about Kevin, a teacher. He wakes up at 6:30 in the morning, drinks tea, and prepares his lesson plans. During class, he asks the students, "Who knows the answer to this question? Can anyone explain it in English?" When a student responds, Kevin gives feedback. "Good answer. Remember to speak clearly and slowly." After class, he reviews his notes and plans for the next day. Let's think in English about Kevin's day. What time does he wake up? He wakes up at 6:30. What subjects does he teach? He teaches history and English. How does he give feedback? He says, "Good answer. Speak clearly." Now, imagine a simple family moment. Emma says, "Mark, can you set the table for dinner?" Mark replies, "Yes, I will put the plates and glasses. Do you want water too?" Emma says, "Yes, please, and bring the bread." Mark replies, "Okay, I will do it now." These short family conversations are very useful for everyday English. Now let's meet Tom. Tom enjoys jogging in the park every morning. He greets his friend and says, "Good morning. Ready for a run?" John replies, "Yes, let's start with a short warm-up." As they jog together, they chat. "How was your weekend? Did you visit your parents?" Practicing small conversations like this helps you use English naturally in social situations. Here's another exercise. Describe what you see around you in English. For example, I see a red car. A man is walking his dog. Children are playing. The sky is clear and blue. By doing this, you train your brain to form sentences quickly without stopping to translate. Now, let's meet Hannah. Hannah works in a small cafe in her city. She wakes up at 6 a.m., gets ready, and walks to work. The cafe opens at 7 a.m., and she prepares coffee, tea, and sandwiches. When customers arrive, she greets each one. "Good morning. How are you today?" She takes orders and asks, "Would you like coffee or tea? Do you want a sandwich or just toast?" Serving customers every day improves her English because she listens and speaks constantly. Now, let's reflect in English. What time does Hannah wake up? She wakes up at 6 a.m. What does she prepare? Coffee, tea, and sandwiches. How does she greet customers? She says, "Good morning. How are you today?" Asking yourself these questions in English helps your mind think naturally without translation. Customer says, "Can I have a cappuccino, please?" Hannah replies, "Of course. Would you like it with milk or without?" Customer says, "With milk, please." Hannah replies, "Thank you. It will be ready in 2 minutes." You can imagine yourself in this cafe repeating these sentences aloud. This is a great way to prepare for real-life conversations. Now, a story about Robert. Robert enjoys cooking every evening. He begins by preparing a salad. I will cut the tomatoes and cucumbers. I will add olive oil and salt. Then he cooks rice and grills chicken. Finally, he sets the table and says, "Dinner is ready." His wife joins him, and together they enjoy the meal. Think in English. What does Robert prepare first? A salad. How does he cook the rice? He boils it and grills the chicken. What does he say when dinner is ready? Dinner is ready. Simple questions like this train your brain to respond quickly in English. Now, let's imagine Olivia. Olivia works in a bakery. She wakes up at 5:30 a.m., puts on her apron, and prepares fresh bread and pastries. Today, she is making croissants and muffins. She carefully measures ingredients, mixes the dough, and places it in the oven. While baking, she talks to her assistant. "Please check the oven temperature. Are the muffins rising well?" Her assistant replies, "Yes, they look perfect." Olivia enjoys her work because she can see the results of her effort and greet happy customers every day. Now, let's reflect. What time does Hannah wake up? She wakes up at 6 a.m. What does she prepare? Croissants and muffins. How does she check the dough? She checks the oven temperature. Why does she enjoy her job? Because she sees happy customers. Customer says, "Good morning. Do you have fresh bread?" Olivia replies, "Yes, the bread just came out of the oven. Would you like a loaf?" Customer says, "Yes, please. How much is it?" Olivia replies, "It is $5. Here is your bread. Enjoy your day." Imagining yourself in this bakery and repeating these short exchanges builds confidence for real-life situations. Now, let's meet David. David works as a photographer. Every morning, he checks his camera, battery, and memory card before leaving home. Today, he is photographing a family in the park. He says, "Please stand close together, smile, and look at the camera." The family smiles, and David takes several photos. Then he tells them, "These pictures will be ready tomorrow. You will love them." Now, think in English. What does David check before work? His camera, battery, and memory card. Who is he photographing today? A family. What does he say about the pictures? He says they will be ready tomorrow. Parent says, "Can you take a photo of all of us together?" David replies, "Yes, please stand here. Smile at the camera." Parent says, "Thank you. Will we get the pictures today?" David replies, "No, they will be ready tomorrow. I will send them by email." Short practice like this prepares you for real conversations in English. Next, let's imagine Samuel. Samuel works as a gardener. Every morning, he waters the plants, trims bushes, and checks the flowers. He often talks to himself in English. These roses need more water. The soil is dry. I will plant new seeds tomorrow. Talking to yourself while doing daily tasks is an excellent way to practice thinking in English. Now, reflect. What does Samuel do in the morning? He waters plants and trims bushes. How does he check the plants? He looks at the soil. What does he say to himself? The soil is dry. I will plant new seeds tomorrow. Now let's practice a short family scenario. Emma says, "Mark, can you make the coffee?" Mark replies, "Yes, I will. Do you want sugar and milk?" Emma says, "Yes, add milk but no sugar." Mark replies, "Okay, breakfast will be ready in 5 minutes." These small family conversations are simple but very useful for daily practice. Now let's meet Alex. Alex works as a taxi driver. Every morning, he checks his taxi, starts the engine, and picks up his first passenger. He greets politely, "Good morning. Where would you like to go today?" The passenger replies, "Please take me to the train station." Alex drives carefully and explains, "We will take the main road to avoid traffic. It will take about 20 minutes." Alex enjoys his work because he meets new people every day and can practice English with passengers. Let's think in English. Who is Alex's first passenger? Someone going to the train station. What does Alex say about the route? He says they will take the main road. Why does Alex enjoy his job? Because he meets new people. Passenger says, "Can you take me to the airport?" Alex replies, "Yes, it will take about 30 minutes. Do you want to go by the highway?" Passenger says, "Yes, please." Alex replies, "Okay, we will arrive in 30 minutes." These short role plays help you prepare for real travel conversations. Now, let's meet Hannah. Hannah works in an office. She starts her day by checking emails and replying to clients. One email says, "Please send the invoice for last month." Hannah replies, "Yes, I will prepare and send it by 2 p.m. Later, she talks to her colleague. "Do you need help with the report?" Her colleague replies, "Yes, can you check the figures?" These short conversations are very common in offices and perfect for practicing professional English. Now, think in English. What does Hannah do first? She checks emails. What does she promise to send by 2 p.m.? The invoice. How does she help her colleague? She checks the figures. Manager says, "Hannah, please review the presentation slides before the meeting." Hannah replies, "Sure, I will check them and send feedback." Manager says, "Thank you. Make sure everything is ready by 3 p.m. Hannah replies, "I will do that." Practicing office dialogues like this builds your confidence for professional communication. Now, let's move to a home situation. Laura says, "Daniel, can you help me fold the clothes?" Daniel replies, "Yes, I will fold the shirts and pants first." Laura says, "Thank you. Can you also organize the towels?" Daniel replies, "Sure, I will do that after folding the clothes." Practicing household dialogues like this helps you think in English naturally in daily life. Let's return to Alex, the taxi driver. He greets a passenger, "Good morning, where would you like to go?" The passenger replies, "Please take me to the airport." Alex says, "It will take about 30 minutes. Do you want to go by the highway?" The passenger replies, "Yes, please." Now reflect in English. Who is Alex's passenger? Someone going to the airport. What does Alex say about the time? It will take 30 minutes. How does he ask about the route? He asks if they want to go by the highway. Passenger says, "Can you take me to the train station?" Alex replies, "Yes, it will take about 20 minutes." Passenger says, "Thank you." Alex replies, "You're welcome." These small, realistic conversations are excellent practice for travel and transportation English. Now, let's revisit Michael. Every morning, he enjoys jogging. He puts on his running shoes, stretches, and heads to the park. There, he meets his friend Peter. Michael says, "Good morning, ready for today's run?" Peter replies, "Yes, let's start with 5 minutes of warm-up." Michael says, "After jogging, we can walk and cool down." Peter replies, "I like running early, it gives me energy for the day." Conversations about hobbies and sports are a fantastic way to practice English naturally. Now, let's imagine Sophie. She loves baking cakes. She prepares her ingredients, mixes the batter, and puts it in the oven. As she works, she speaks aloud in English. "The cake will bake for 30 minutes. I will check it in 10 minutes. I need more sugar." Talking aloud while doing tasks is a powerful way to practice speaking and thinking in English automatically. Now, a travel scenario. Emma and Mark are at the train station. Emma says, "Mark, which platform is our train?" Mark replies, "Platform 3. Let's go before it leaves." Emma says, "I hope we have enough time to buy tickets." Mark replies, "Yes, the train leaves in 15 minutes. Practicing travel dialogues prepares you for real-life situations and boosts your confidence. Now, a family dialogue. Laura says, "Daniel, can you help me clean the kitchen?" Daniel replies, "Yes, I will wash the dishes first. Should I wipe the counters too?" Laura says, "Yes, please. Don't forget the table." Daniel replies, "Okay, I will finish everything in 10 minutes. Short family dialogues like this are useful for practicing English while doing everyday chores. Now, another family story. Robert enjoys cooking dinner. He prepares a salad. "I will cut the tomatoes and cucumbers. I will add olive oil and salt." Then he cooks rice and grills chicken. Finally, he sets the table. Dinner is ready. His wife joins him, and together they enjoy the meal. Now, think in English. What does Robert prepare first? A salad. How does he cook the rice? He cooks it while grilling chicken. What does he say when dinner is ready? He says, "Dinner is ready." Now, let's meet Thomas, a bus driver. Every morning, he starts at 6 a.m. He checks the bus and greets passengers. "Good morning, welcome aboard." A passenger asks, "Excuse me, does this bus go to the city center?" Thomas replies, "Yes, it does. It will take about 20 minutes. While driving, he listens to passengers' small stories. Some talk about work, others about family. These conversations help Thomas practice listening and speaking naturally. Now, reflect in English. What time does Thomas start work? 6 a.m. How does he greet passengers? "Good morning, welcome aboard." Where is his route today? To the city center. Now, let's imagine Emily. Emily works as a librarian. She organizes books, helps visitors, and answers questions every day. A visitor says, can you help me find a book about animals? Emily replies, yes, the books about animals are on the third floor next to the history section. Emily enjoys her work because she interacts with people and practices English constantly. Think in English. What does Emily do at the library? She organizes books and helps visitors. How does she answer? She tells them the books are on the third floor. Now a short dialogue. Visitor, excuse me, where is the science section? Emily, it is on the second floor. Follow the signs and you will find it. Visitor, thank you very much. Emily, you're welcome. Enjoy your reading. Next, let's imagine Jack. Jack works as a delivery driver. He checks his delivery list every morning. His first stop is a supermarket. He picks up a package, drives to the address, and rings the bell. Hello, I have a delivery for you. The customer signs the form, and Jack moves on to the next stop. He enjoys meeting new people and discovering new streets every day. Think in English. Where does Jack go first? To the supermarket. What does he say to the customer? Hello, I have a delivery for you. Why does he like his work? Because he meets new people and sees new places. Now, a story about Lucy. Lucy studies English every evening. She reads a short story and then writes a summary. Today's story is about a boy who finds a lost dog. He takes care of it, finds the owner, and feels proud and happy. Writing summaries in English trains your brain to form complete sentences naturally. Think in English. What is the story about? A boy who finds a dog. What does he do? He takes care of it and finds the owner. How does he feel? Proud and happy. Now a short family dialogue. Laura says, Daniel, can you set the table for breakfast? Daniel replies, yes, I will put plates, cups, and utensils. Do you want juice too? Laura says, yes, and don't forget the bread. Daniel replies, okay, breakfast will be ready in 10 minutes. Practical family conversations like these are perfect for everyday English practice. Next, let's imagine Alex. Alex works as a taxi driver. He greets a passenger, good morning, where would you like to go? Passenger, please take me to the airport. Alex replies, it will take 30 minutes. Do you want to go by the highway? Passenger, yes, please. Alex enjoys his job because he meets many people and practices small conversations in English every day. Think in English. Where is the passenger going? To the airport. What does Alex say about the trip? It will take 30 minutes. How does he ask about the route? Do you want to go by the highway? Now a short taxi dialogue. Passenger, can you take me to the train station? Alex, yes, it will take about 20 minutes. Passenger, thank you. Alex, you're welcome. Meet Sophie. She works in a coffee shop as a barista. Every morning, she prepares coffee, serves customers, and answers their questions. A customer asks, can I have a cappuccino, please? Sophie replies, of course. Would you like it with whole milk or almond milk? The customer says, almond milk, please. Sophie enjoys her work because she talks to people all day and practices polite, friendly English. Think in English. What does Sophie do? She makes coffee and serves customers. How does she answer questions? By giving options and helping customers choose. Why does she like her job? She enjoys talking to people. Short dialogue. Customer, do you have any pastries today? Sophie, yes, we have croissants and muffins. Which one would you like? Customer, a croissant, please. Sophie, here you go. Enjoy your breakfast. Now let's meet Tom. Tom works as a mail carrier. He delivers letters and packages every day. He starts early in the morning, sorts the mail, and drives his route. When he reaches a house, he rings the doorbell. "Good morning, I have a package for you." The homeowner signs, and Tom moves to the next delivery. He enjoys walking through different neighborhoods and meeting friendly people. Think in English. What is Tom's job? He delivers letters and packages. What does he say to people? "Good morning, I have a package for you." Why does he like his job? He enjoys meeting people and walking in different neighborhoods. Short dialogue. Homeowner: "Thank you for the package." Tom: "You're welcome. Have a great day." Homeowner: "You too." Anna studies English at the library every afternoon. She reads a short article, takes notes, and practices speaking with a friend. Today, she read an article about healthy eating. She summarizes it aloud. Eating fruits and vegetables every day is important. It helps your body stay strong and healthy. Practicing out loud helps Anna form sentences naturally in English. Think in English. What is Anna doing? Reading, taking notes, and practicing English. What is the article about? Healthy eating. How does she practice speaking? By summarizing aloud. Short dialogue. Friend: "Do you understand the article?" Anna: "Yes, it says that eating fruits and vegetables keeps you healthy." Friend: "That's good advice." Anna: "Yes, I try to follow it every day." Imagine a family at dinner. Mom: "Could you pass me the salad, please?" Son: "Here you go. Do you want some bread too?" Mom: "Yes, thank you. How was school today?" Son: "It was good. We learned about planets in science class." Mom: "That sounds interesting." Everyday family conversations like these are excellent for learning natural English. Finally, let's meet Ben. Ben drives a city bus every day. He greets passengers as they get on. "Good morning. One ticket, please?" Passengers answer and take a seat. Ben enjoys talking briefly with people, asking, "Are you going to the city center?" "Yes, please," a passenger replies. Driving and interacting with passengers every day gives Ben lots of opportunities to practice English. Think in English. What does Ben do? He drives a bus and talks to passengers. What does he ask passengers? "Are you going to the city center?" Why does he like his work? He enjoys meeting people and talking to them. Short dialogue. Passenger: "Will we stop at the park?" Ben: "Yes, the next stop is the park." Passenger: "Thank you." Ben: "You're welcome." Meet Mia. She goes grocery shopping every Saturday. She makes a list before leaving home and checks it carefully at the store. At the fruit section, she asks a staff member, "Excuse me, where can I find fresh strawberries?" The staff member replies, "They're over there, next to the apples." Mia enjoys shopping because she practices asking questions and using polite English. Think in English. What does Mia do at the store? She looks for items and asks for help. How does she ask for something? "Excuse me, where can I find?" Why does she enjoy it? She can practice speaking English. Short dialogue. Mia: "Do you have organic carrots?" Staff: "Yes, they are on the bottom shelf." Mia: "Thank you very much." Staff: "You're welcome." Now let's meet Tommy. He works as a dog walker. Every morning, he takes dogs for a walk in the park. Today, he meets a new dog named Max. He says to the owner, "Hello, I'll take Max for a 30-minute walk." The owner replies, "Thank you, Max loves his walks." Tommy enjoys his work because he loves animals and practicing English with dog owners. Think in English. What does Tommy do? He walks dogs. What does he say to the owner? "I'll take Max for a 30-minute walk." Why does he like his work? He loves animals and meeting people. Short dialogue. Owner, can you feed Max after the walk? Tommy, yes, I'll make sure he has his food. Owner, thank you. Tommy, no problem. Emma visits the park every afternoon to relax and practice English. She often reads a book or talks to friends. Today, she meets her friend Sam. They say, Emma, hi Sam, how are you today? Sam, I'm good, thanks. Do you want to sit and read together? Emma, yes, that sounds great. Spending time in the park helps Emma practice casual, friendly conversations. Think in English. What does Emma do at the park? She reads and talks to friends. How does she greet her friend? Hi, how are you today? Why is this useful? She practices natural, everyday English. Imagine a family cleaning the house on a Saturday morning. Mom, can you vacuum the living room? Dad, I'll wash the dishes. Daughter, I'll tidy my room. Mom, thank you. We'll finish faster if we all help. Family chore conversations help practice clear instructions and polite requests. Short dialogue. Son, do you want me to help with the laundry? Mom, yes, please. That would be great. Son, okay, I'll do it. Finally, let's meet Sam. He works as a baker in a small bakery. Every morning, he bakes bread and pastries. A customer asks, do you have any chocolate croissants today? Sam replies, yes, we just baked some. Would you like one? He enjoys his work because he talks to customers and shares his delicious creations. Think in English. What does Sam do? He bakes bread and pastries. How does he answer customers? Politely offering options. Why does he enjoy his job? He loves interacting with people. Short dialogue. Customer, how fresh is the bread? Sam, it was baked this morning. Customer, perfect. I'll take 2. Sam, great choice. Meet Oliver. He works in an office every day. He answers emails, attends meetings, and helps his team with projects. Today, a coworker asks, Oliver, can you help me finish this report? Oliver replies, sure, let's review it together and make sure everything is correct. He enjoys his work because he practices professional English and collaborates with others. Think in English. What does Oliver do? He works in an office and helps with projects. How does he respond to a request? Politely and cooperatively. Why does he enjoy his job? He likes teamwork and practicing English. Short dialogue. Coworker, do you have time for a quick meeting? Oliver, yes, let's meet in 10 minutes. Coworker, thanks. Oliver, no problem. Sophia studies music at a local school. She practices the piano for 1 hour every day. Today, she plays a new song and asks her teacher, am I playing this piece correctly? The teacher replies, yes, your timing is good, but try to play the notes a little softer here. Practicing with feedback helps Sophia improve and use English naturally in a learning context. Think in English. What is Sophia doing? Practicing piano and asking for guidance. How does her teacher help? By giving constructive advice. Why is this useful? She learns English while learning music. Short dialogue. Teacher, do you understand the rhythm? Sophia, yes, I'll practice it slowly first. Teacher, good idea. Imagine a family preparing for a movie night. Mom, which movie should we watch tonight? Dad, how about a comedy? Son, yes, I want to watch the new superhero movie. Daughter, can we make popcorn too? Mom, of course. Let's make it together. Family activities are perfect for practicing casual English and expressing preferences. Short dialogue. Son, Can I choose the first movie? Dad, sure, you can pick one tonight. Son, thanks. Liam works as a fitness trainer at a gym. He helps clients exercise safely and reach their goals. Today, he tells a client, let's start with stretching, then we'll do some cardio exercises. The client replies, okay, I'm ready. Liam enjoys his job because he motivates people and practices clear, encouraging English. Think in English. What does Liam do? He trains clients at the gym. How does he guide them? By giving clear instructions. Why does he enjoy his work? He motivates others and practices English. Short dialogue. Client, should I increase the weight? Liam, yes, but only if you feel comfortable. Client, got it. Finally, let's meet Nora. She owns a small flower shop. Every day, she arranges flowers and helps customers choose bouquets. A customer asks, do you have roses for a birthday? Nora replies, yes, we have red and pink roses. Which color would you like? She enjoys her work because she talks to customers and creates beautiful arrangements. Think in English. What does Nora do? She arranges flowers and helps customers. How does she answer questions? By giving options and advice. Why does she enjoy her work? She loves talking to people and creating beauty. Short dialogue. How much for a bouquet? This one is $20. Perfect. I'll take it. Great choice. Meet Olivia. She works as a server in a restaurant. Every day, she greets customers, takes orders, and serves food. A customer asks, can I see the menu, please? Olivia replies, of course. Here's the menu. Do you want any recommendations? The customer says, yes, please. What's your most popular dish? Olivia enjoys her job because she talks to many people and practices polite, professional English. Think in English. What does Olivia do? She serves customers at a restaurant. How does she respond to questions? By offering help and suggestions. Why does she enjoy her job? She likes interacting with people. Short dialogue. Can I have pasta with extra cheese? Sure. Would you like a drink with that? Yes, water, please. Great. I'll bring it right away. Jake owns a small cafe. Every morning he opens the shop, prepares coffee, and serves breakfast. A customer asks, do you have any vegan options? Jake replies, yes, we have a vegan sandwich and a smoothie. Which one would you like? He enjoys his work because he creates a friendly environment and practices English with many visitors. Think in English. What does Jake do? He runs a cafe and serves customers. How does he answer questions? By giving options and helping customers choose. Why does he enjoy his job? He likes welcoming people and speaking English. Short dialogue. Can I get my coffee to go? Of course. Would you like it with soy milk? Yes, please. Great. Here you go. Enjoy your coffee. Imagine a family enjoying a weekend picnic. Mom says, who wants sandwiches? Son says, I do. Can I have peanut butter? Daughter says, I want cheese, please. Dad says, I'll get the drinks. Do we have juice boxes? Mom says, yes, I packed some in the cooler. Practicing these casual conversations helps with everyday English and family interaction. Short dialogue. Son says, "Can I play with the ball after eating?" Dad says, "Yes, just make sure to clean up first." Son says, "Okay." Ella works as a tour guide in a city museum. She explains exhibits and answers visitors' questions. A visitor asks, "What is this painting about?" Ella replies, "This painting shows the city in the 18th century. Notice the old buildings and the river." She enjoys her job because she shares knowledge and practices descriptive English. Think in English. What does Ella do? She guides visitors and explains exhibits. How does she answer questions? By describing details clearly. Why does she enjoy her work? She likes teaching and speaking English. Short dialogue. Visitor asks, "How long has the museum been open?" Ella replies, "It opened over 100 years ago." Visitor says, "That's amazing." Ella says, "Yes, it has a long history." Max sells fruits and vegetables at a weekend market. Every Saturday, he sets up his stall and welcomes customers. A customer asks, "How much are the tomatoes?" Max replies, "They are $3 per kilogram. Would you like some?" He enjoys his work because he talks to people, practices English, and sees new faces every week. Think in English. What does Max do? He sells fruits and vegetables at the market. How does he answer questions? By giving prices and offering help. Why does he enjoy his work? He likes talking to people and seeing new customers. Short dialogue. Do you have fresh strawberries? Yes, they came this morning. How many would you like? Half a kilogram, please. Perfect. Here you go. Meet Lucas. He goes jogging in the park every morning. He wears comfortable clothes, listens to music, and sometimes greets other joggers. A fellow jogger asks, "Hi, do you jog here every day?" Lucas replies, "Yes, almost every morning. It helps me stay healthy and relaxed." He enjoys jogging because it keeps him fit and social. Think in English. What does Lucas do? He jogs in the park every morning. How does he answer questions? Politely and with a little detail. Why does he enjoy jogging? It keeps him healthy and social. Short dialogue. Fellow jogger asks, "Do you run long distances?" Lucas replies, "Yes, usually about 5 kilometers." Fellow jogger says, "That's impressive." Lucas says, "Thanks." Imagine Mia meeting friends for a picnic on Saturday afternoon. Mia says, "Hi everyone, I brought sandwiches and juice." A friend replies, "Great, I brought some fruit and snacks." Mia says, "Perfect, let's spread the blanket here." Sharing food and chatting helps practice casual English in a friendly setting. Short dialogue. Friend says, "Do you want to play frisbee after lunch?" Mia says, "Yes, that sounds fun." Friend says, "Okay, I'll get the frisbee." Ethan works at a bus station, helping passengers with schedules and directions. A passenger asks, "Which bus goes to the city center?" Ethan replies, "Bus number 12 will take you there. It leaves in 5 minutes." He enjoys helping people and practicing clear, polite English every day. Think in English. What does Ethan do? He helps passengers at a bus station. How does he answer questions? Clearly and politely. Why does he enjoy his work? He likes assisting people. Short dialogue. Passenger says, "Do I need to pay in cash?" Ethan says, "You can pay by card or cash." Passenger says, "Thanks for the information." Ethan says, "You're welcome." Imagine a family spending the afternoon at a playground. Mom says, "Be careful on the slide." Son says, "Don't worry, I will." Daughter says, "Can I swing next?" Dad says, "Yes, I'll push you gently." Practicing these dialogues helps children and parents communicate safely and politely in public places. Short dialogue. Son says, "Can I invite my friend to play?" Mom says, "Sure, just stay close to us." Son says, "Okay." Lily visits an ice cream shop on a sunny day. She asks the server, "Can I have a chocolate cone, please?" The server replies, "Of course. Do you want sprinkles on top?" Lily enjoys chatting politely while ordering, practicing everyday English. Think in English. What does Lily do? She orders ice cream at a shop. How does she ask politely? "Can I have, please?" Why is this useful? She practices polite conversation in English. Short dialogue. Server says, "Would you like a napkin?" Lily says, "Yes, please, thank you." Server says, "You're welcome." Meet Emma. She goes to the shopping mall every weekend to buy clothes and small items. A store assistant asks, "Hi, can I help you find something?" Emma replies, "Yes, I'm looking for a medium blue dress in size medium." She enjoys shopping because she can practice asking questions and using polite English. Think in English. What does Emma do at the mall? She shops for clothes. How does she ask for help? Politely and clearly. Why does she enjoy it? She practices English while shopping. Short dialogue. Store assistant says, "Would you like to try it on?" Emma says, "Yes, please. Where is the fitting room?" Store assistant says, "It's over there to the right." Emma says, "Thank you." Jack spends his Saturday running errands around town. He goes to the post office, pharmacy, and grocery store. At the post office, he asks, "Can I send this package to another city?" The clerk replies, "Yes, please fill out this form and pay at the counter." Jack enjoys errands because he meets people and practices practical English. Think in English. What does Jack do? He runs errands around town. How does he ask questions? Clearly and politely. Why does he enjoy it? He practices English in real-life situations. Short dialogue. Clerk says, "Do you want standard or express delivery?" Jack says, "Standard, please." Clerk says, "Okay, your package will arrive in 3 days." Jack says, "Great, thank you." Imagine a family shopping together for the week. Mom says, "Can you get the pasta from the shelf?" Dad says, "I'll take the milk. Do we need eggs?" Son says, "Yes, and some apples too." Daughter says, "Don't forget the orange juice." Family shopping trips are perfect for practicing everyday English, polite requests, and teamwork. Short dialogue. Son says, "Mom, do we need cheese?" Mom says, "Yes, get a small block, please." Son says, "Okay." Sophie visits her favorite cafe every weekend. She likes ordering coffee and chatting with the barista. She asks, "Can I have a cappuccino with oat milk, please?" The barista replies, "Sure. Would you like a croissant with that?" Sophie enjoys practicing friendly English while relaxing at the cafe. Think in English. What does Sophie do at the cafe? She orders coffee and snacks. How does she ask politely? "Can I have, please?" Why is this useful? She practices everyday English in social settings. Short dialogue. Barista says, "Do you want sugar or cinnamon on top?" Sophie says, "Cinnamon, please." Barista says, "Here's your cappuccino." Sophie says, "Thank you." Leo loves visiting the bookstore to find new books. He asks a store clerk, "Excuse me, do you have books about travel?" The clerk replies, "Yes, they're on the second floor near the history section." Leo enjoys browsing and asking questions, practicing natural English. Think in English. What does Leo do? Look for books at a bookstore. How does he ask for help? Politely and clearly. Why does he enjoy it? He learns English while finding books. Short dialogue. Clerk, are you looking for any specific author? Leo, yes, I'm looking for books by Mark Twain. Clerk, you'll find them on the left side of the second floor. Leo, perfect, thank you. Meet Liam. He takes the subway every Saturday to visit friends or run errands. A fellow passenger asks, "Excuse me, does this train go to Central Station?" Liam replies, "Yes, it stops there in 10 minutes." He enjoys commuting because he can observe people and practice polite English. Think in English. Where is Liam going? To Central Station. How does he answer questions? Politely and clearly. Why is this useful? He practices everyday English in real-life situations. Short dialogue. Passenger, is this a fast train? Liam, yes, it's an express train with only a few stops. Passenger, thanks for the help. Liam, you're welcome. Imagine a family running errands together on a Saturday morning. Mom, we need to go to the pharmacy and the grocery store. Dad, I'll drive. Do we have a shopping list? Son, yes, I wrote down everything we need. Daughter, can I come too? Mom, of course, we'll make it quick and fun. Family errands are perfect for practicing clear instructions and polite conversation. Short dialogue. Son, do we need toothpaste? Mom, yes, pick up a new one from the pharmacy. Son, okay. Sophia goes out for dinner at a local restaurant on weekends. She asks the waiter, "Can I see the menu, please?" The waiter replies, "Of course. Would you like a recommendation?" She enjoys practicing polite English while ordering and interacting with staff. Think in English. What does Sophia do at the restaurant? Orders food and drinks. How does she ask politely? Can I see, please? Why is this useful? It helps practice everyday social English. Short dialogue. Sophia, what is today's special? Waiter, it's grilled salmon with vegetables. Sophia, I'll try that, please. Waiter, great choice. Jake visits a shopping center to buy clothes and gifts. He asks a store assistant, "Excuse me, do you have this large shirt?" The assistant replies, "Yes, we have it in blue and black. Which color would you like?" Jake enjoys shopping because he practices asking questions and polite conversation in English. Think in English. What does Jake do? Shops for clothes and gifts. How does he ask questions? Politely and clearly. Why does he enjoy it? He practices English while shopping. Short dialogue. Jake, can I try the black one? Assistant, of course. The fitting room is over there. Jake, thank you. Assistant, you're welcome. Emma meets friends at a cafe on the weekend. She says, "Hi, it's great to see you all. Would you like coffee or tea?" Friend, I'll have tea, please. Emma, great, I'll order for everyone. Meeting friends is excellent for practicing casual, friendly English conversations. Short dialogue. Friend, do you want to sit outside? Emma, yes, it's a beautiful day. Friend, perfect. Meet Lucas. He spends his weekends walking and relaxing in the park. A passerby asks, "Hi, is this park open in the evenings?" Lucas replies, "Yes, it's open until 9 p.m. every day." He enjoys the park because he can practice friendly conversations while enjoying nature. Think in English. What does Lucas do at the park? Walks and relaxes. How does he answer questions? Politely and clearly. Why is this useful? It helps him practice everyday English. Short dialogue. Passenger, are there any playgrounds here? Lucas, yes, there's one near the fountain. Passenger, thanks for the information. Lucas, you're welcome. Imagine a family having a picnic on a sunny weekend afternoon. Mom, can someone spread the blanket? Dad, I'll get the cooler. Do we have juice? Son, yes, I brought some sandwiches. Daughter, I want to play frisbee after lunch. Picnics are perfect for practicing polite requests and casual English with family members. Short dialogue. Son, Mom, can I invite my friend to play? Mom, sure, just stay close to us. Son, okay. Sophie goes to a weekend farmer's market to buy fresh fruits and vegetables. She asks a vendor, "Excuse me, how much are the strawberries?" The vendor replies, "They are $4 per kilo. Would you like some?" She enjoys shopping at the market because she practices polite English while interacting with vendors. Think in English. What does Sophie do? buys fruits and vegetables at the market? How does she ask questions? Politely and clearly. Why is this useful? She practices practical English in real-life situations. Short dialogue. Vendor, do you want a bag for your strawberries? Sophie, yes, please. Thank you. Vendor, you're welcome. Ella visits a cafe every weekend to relax and meet friends. She asks the barista, "Can I get a cappuccino and a muffin, please?" The barista replies, "Of course. Would you like your cappuccino hot or iced?" Ella enjoys practicing polite English while ordering food and chatting with staff. Think in English. What does Ella do at the cafe? Orders drinks and snacks. How does she ask politely? Can I get, please? Why is this useful? She practices everyday social English. Short dialogue. Barista, do you want sugar? Ella, yes, 1 spoon, please. Thank you. Barista, you're welcome. Jake likes exploring the city on weekends, visiting shops, parks, and local attractions. He asks a shop assistant, "Excuse me, where can I find postcards?" The assistant replies, "They're on the 2nd floor near the stationery section." Jake enjoys his weekends because he can ask questions and practice casual English naturally. Think in English. What does Jake do? Explores the city and shops. How does he ask for help? Politely and clearly. Why does he enjoy it? He practices English while exploring new places. Short dialogue. Shop assistant, do you need a map of the city? Jake, yes, that would be helpful. Thank you. Shop assistant, you're welcome. Congratulations, listeners. You've completed this journey through real-life English conversations. From libraries and delivery drivers to cafes, markets, parks, and family activities, you've explored everyday situations where English comes alive. By practicing these dialogues, you've built practical vocabulary, trained your brain to form sentences naturally, and gained confidence for speaking with friends, coworkers, and even strangers. Remember, English is best learned by using it in real life. Think in English, repeat dialogues aloud, and try creating your own conversations in everyday situations. Every small step counts. Whether you're shopping, traveling, spending time with family, or just enjoying a coffee with friends, you now have the tools to speak clearly, politely, and naturally. Keep practicing, stay curious, and enjoy using English every day. You've done an amazing job. This is just the beginning. Your English has no limits.